Welcome back to Design Roast. I'm Scott. In each episode of Design Roast, I pick one startup's website, give them feedback on their design, their copy, and what they can improve to make it better. On today's episode, we've got Chatmate. And right off the bat, this seems like a really professional site. I love the layout. I love the use of a bold hero color. This orange appears subtly in a few select places. If we scroll down, we can see a big image that shows what their software looks like. There's a lot of words on here. There's a lot to read. I'm just gonna skip past that. Whoa, this orange and this white combo. Not liking that. We're gonna come back to that. Okay, looks like we've got, maybe these are clickable. Ground your AI agent, customize, gather AI insights, analytics, engaging in authentic conversations. Again, there's more clickable things. It looks like it corresponds to the image down below. Interesting. Gosh, there's so much text on here. There's so much to read. Ooh, nice little squiggly. Simple pricing for everyone. And we've got one pricing plan and then a contact us for the enterprise plan. Frequently asked questions, nice to see. A couple other things we got on the page. We got features. Just jumps us right down to the features part of this page. Pricing, jumps us down there. FAQ goes down there, great. And I also saw there's a little chat bot here in the corner. Chatmate Assistant. I think this is actually the product that they're trying to sell here embedded on this page. So let's jump on in. We'll break it down by each of the 6 categories, and then at the end, I'll give it a ScottScore. Starting with the hero section, one thing I love to see is a clear problem and solution. And we can see in this header here, we've got AI chatbot to instantly resolve. Ooh, I like those words. 80% of your support queries. So the problem is I'm getting a lot of support queries, and this chatbot's gonna solve 80%, instantly resolve 80% of my support queries. I don't know how it's gonna do it yet. Let's take a look at the subheader. Create custom AI chatbots that provide fast and accurate responses, resolving customer inquiries, and instantly reducing your team's ticket volume. So as I mentioned before, I love the color on here. It ties in with the logo in the left-hand corner. We've got the call to action button that's always visible even as I scroll in the header up here, in the navigation header. They use the orange color selectively to call out words that invoke a response with people that are visiting the site. It's gonna instantly resolve my support queries. Yes, if I am a startup founder, if I've got a website and I'm getting inundated with support queries, or maybe customer emails might be a better way to put it. Great, this is gonna take 80% of those off of my plate. I would love to see this button down here also in the hero color. I also think the copy, get started for free, could be made a little bit more exciting. Get started doesn't really get me that excited. I think it's okay to maybe use it in one of the hero buttons, but I would love to see that change to something like add Chatmate for free, or add Chatmate to your site for free. Create a free Chatmate on your site. Embed Chatmate for free. Embed Chatmate in 5 minutes, something like that. There's a lot of options to make those buttons stand out even more and get more people to click them. I think it's a missed opportunity that the tool is hanging out right here in the bottom right-hand side corner of this website, and there's not big giant arrows pointing me down towards, hey, this is Chatmate, come play with it, come try it out. That would get me to actually see how it's used on this site, try it out, and instantly see the value that it's bringing to your site and that it can bring to my site. So instead of having this image of this interface, no one really loves images of interfaces and dashboards. I think you can include this down below, that's fine. Get people to try your tool. Get people clicking this little guy down here and trying it out. Or you can even change this up so that there's a little bit of a demo talking about exactly what you're saying in the title, how you're a startup founder and you're getting tons and tons and tons of emails, and in comes Chatmate. Incorporate it on your site with just a couple lines of text in the header tag, and then instantly your email volume goes way down. Make it so that this person understands what that tool is, not just with the dashboard that I'm gonna skim by. I'm not gonna read this, I'm not gonna look at this. It's not effective. An example of a great demo that I saw recently is Poop Up, not the name I would choose, but that's fine. Look at how there is animation in the top right hand corner showing us the pain points that possible customers are feeling that make them want to use this tool. So it's interactive, It's animated, and it gives an example of how this tool is used. So take a look at that, see if you can incorporate something like that into your site. That would be a game changer. If we take a look at the copy on this site, I think that it's missing a singular objective. The copy is very text heavy. So the images are text heavy. This is a little too heavy over here on the left-hand side. There's just a lot to read. The text is very small. Chatmate's doing a good job of showing off the features, but I'm not really getting that one singular objective. What is the thing that we want? We want people to get started. We want people to know that implementing this tool is free, and you want to talk about how people are going to save a bunch of time not responding to emails anymore. So while it's great to talk about features like ground your AI agent, customize, gather AI insights, analytics, or even down here, align your AI chatbot to your brand, tone, or voice. These are features. These are not problems that the person's having. I would really like to see you combine these two sections that talk about the features, making the AI your own, engaging in authentic conversations, and add in a how it works section that shows how valuable this is going to be for potential startup founders. One other thing I noted about the copy on this website, I have no idea who Chatmate is, who it's run by, what the team is. Maybe it's an individual. I have no idea what their purpose is for creating it. People get sucked in by the story of who's created this product. They want someone to root for. So for copy, I would try to decrease the word count, get rid of images that have tons and tons of text on there, move all the features to one place, include a how it works section, and then add in a little bit of personality. Tell us who you are and why you're doing this. Jumping into the design for the site, I think it's great. It's got great hierarchy. They use layouts, widths, grids effectively. Looking at the built width for the site, I think it was all custom done. So either they bought some sort of template and plugged their stuff in, or they created it on their own. Either way, this person is a very skilled engineer to create this site. There are a couple small things I would add in. The contrast here on this page is awful, especially for the body text here. If I just change that to something like black, it pops off the page quite a bit more and it's a lot easier to read. So I would play around with that a little bit, see if you can maybe even use that. I see there's a dark blue color down here. That could be a color that you use for the text in that section. I like that each section is distinct. It's broken up with its own background colors. Maybe it's a little simple, but that is totally fine. Down here in the FAQ section is just another example of just the vast amount of text that's visible on the screen at one time. I would look at consolidating these, doing some sort of stacked accordion where people can select the question and then it shows them the answer. Right now there's just so much going on. I scan it, I skip it, I'm not actually learning about the tool. When we look at the design on mobile, it fits great, it's doing really, really well. This image doesn't work for me on mobile at all, so I would possibly look at changing that out for something that scales better for a mobile device. I'm not sure how effective this scroller section here is, but I think with better text contrast, this could look a little bit better. When we get down to the second features section here, it's kind of a bit of a mess. You're trying to keep the same fancy layout that you had with the desktop version, but it ends up not working. So I don't really get that this is a section and here's the image that goes with the section. I'm a little confused as to what this image is. If I hadn't seen it on a desktop before, I wouldn't really understand, oh, I'm seeing the interface and I'm seeing one of the chats that's going on. Yeah, I'm only getting half of the conversations here. This doesn't make any sense. Strange little white text there. There should be some margin around this orange pricing block. The FAQ works better on mobile, but I would still like to collapse each section here. Moving on to the next category. This is the one that is the toughest for startups as they're starting out. It is social proof and testimonials. And we, again, for the third time in a row, have no examples that anyone is using this tool, that anyone has purchased it, or that anyone even likes to use it, or that they're saving time with it. I just have to take the author's word for it, and that is not enough. Find people that use your product. There's got to be someone out there, friends, family, peers. Get them to give you testimonials. Since this is targeted at other people that have their own websites, try to get testimonials from those types of people. And make sure that when you do display them on the site, people know, hey, this is a small business owner who has saved 80% of their time. Here's the thing that they love about this product. If you go and take a look at pricing, one easy win is adding in smooth scrolling. When you click one of these navigation links and it jumps you around the page, this feels disconcerting. I also don't know if I've been redirected to a different page. I am actually still on the same page. use a little smooth scroll. When I hit that button, it nice and smoothly scrolls me down to that section. Add that in there. I don't want to get too in the weeds on actual pricing strategies. I think that is a business discussion, but I think it'd be great to have a free tier here. Not just start a free trial, but a free tier with maybe 10 chats. And if I get less than 10 chats on my site, let me add it in. Then I can upgrade. Oh my gosh, I'm getting busier with these chats. People like this tool. Let me upgrade to that $20 a month. That's just my 2 cents. I'm sure this person has tried out a few different models and is trying to find the one that fits the best. Again, there's a bit of a contrast issue down here in this section. And just in general, it feels like this is way too big of a card for the information that's on here. I also don't know if this is $20 once, one-time payment, I'm paying that once and I can use it on my site indefinitely, or is this $20 a month? I think that would be really good information to know. Really great pricing sections make it feel like there is very low barrier to entry. So start trial is an okay call to action. People understand what a trial is. It means that they're probably not going to pay for it. But just like those CTA buttons above, I want it to be more descriptive, and I also want reassurance that I'm not going to get charged right away. I think it's now become the standard that people aren't putting in credit card information until they upgrade to the paid plan. And if you're offering a trial, that you're not asking for the credit card information straight up. So make sure that they know that right now so that it's easier for them to jump into that trial. The final category that I like to look at websites through is the engagement on the site. So is there anything drawing my attention in a strategic way here or there? This site has good use of color, which I really like to see, so that's engaging. There are some interactive elements, not super engaging. I really almost didn't even know that I could come here and that the image down below was updating. So I would look to make these a little bit closer aligned on the page so that when I do click one, I absolutely see, yes, this is changing from section to section. But as I mentioned in the hero section, the most engaging part of the website should happen right away. You want people to engage with your website instantly before they click away. So I think you've got to look for ways to highlight either the problem or that you've got the really cool solution going on down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Right now, the engagement is kind of mid-tier, and you could easily bump this up to one of the most engaging websites I've seen just by making that simple change. Let's tally it all up and give it a Scott score. For the hero section, I think you do make a good first impression. Everything is laid out very well. Great use of a header text and hero colors, but ultimately it lacks engagement in this section. The big hero image is just too word dense and it's not drawing people in. Plus, I would like to see the CTA button right here in the center be a little bit more contrasty so that you are drawing people towards trying out your solution. Overall, I'm going to give the hero section an 11 out of 20. For copy, I think this website is very well written, but it almost needs to be simplified down a little bit more. It's too verbose in lots of places. So here in the header section, that is fine, that is a great amount of text, but as we go down into the features, we are seeing a lot more text and people don't want to read, they just want to understand. If you update the copy to have a singular objective, keep it problem focused by including a how it works section, I think this site would be a lot more engaging. I am going to give the copy a Scott score of 12 out of 25. Looking at the design category, this is one of my favorite websites so far. It is simple, but very clean. Great use of grids, layouts, and hero colors. There's a great hierarchy around the entire site with big heading and then supporting text down below. There's some small tweaks that need to be made, especially on the mobile version and some of the images that are included on here. But overall, I think the design for this website works quite well. And if they made some simple little tweaks, it would be a lot more clear for people to understand. I'm going to give the design a Scott score of 16 out of 25. In the social proof category, there is absolutely no social proof, as I said before, that needs to be included so that people understand that this product is working for other people just like them. So I'm going to give it a 0 out of 10 for social proof. The pricing section is overall quite clean, but there are a handful of small things that I would like to see change, adding in whether this is a monthly or yearly price, maybe adding in a second distinct tier would be helpful here. The design on this card is a little bit too big for the information that's displayed there, so that feels a little strange. But I like that the pricing section is readily available. There's a link to it at all times in the navigation header that follows me throughout the website. That is good to see. And one of the best things this pricing section has going for it is it has an FAQ section down below. so that people can get their objections answered before they sign up for the free trial here. I'm going to give the pricing section a 6 out of 10 on the ScottScore. Last but certainly not least is the demo and engagement on this site. I like that their tool is embedded on their site over on the right hand side. I can try out the Chatmate assistant in real time and see if it works for me, or see if it's something that I could introduce onto my website. It's cool to see that the demo's there, but it almost gets hidden in the bottom corner of the page. Have it jump off the screen and get people to try it. I'm going to give the demo and engagement a 6 out of 10 on this site. Our total ScottScore then is 51 out of 100. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Is there anything that you would change on this site that I didn't see? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.